That's that light skin.
She's alright, bro. It's gonna be good.
That's the way he's smiling in the camera.
Hey, Cluckers, this your girl Pryce.
And your boy DJ D-Rail. And you are now tuned in to Pryce in the Booth.
With DJ D-Rail.
Alright, we got another guest for y'all.
Oh, Lord.
What it do?
Got my man Barry B here.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Why they call you, what's the B for?
I don't know. You know what? One of my old friends gave it to me, to be honest with you.
Old friends?
Yeah.
Oh, like your last name or something. They just. Yeah,
My last name don't even begin with a B.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
I don't know, it just stuck.
Yeah.
Barry B.
I don't know you. Yo. I'm trying to think who the fuck it
Like, who gave that
I
name?
hate it here.
Very big.
But no, y'all, but to all the viewers out here,
Okay.
we got a serious topic today.
Yup.
He said he had something to talk about, and we're here to talk about addictions.
Okay.
We are talking about addiction.
It's serious?
That's a serious thing. That's a
People
serious
addicted to
topic.
stuff
So
out here.
I need to know how I need to be.
Well, you can still be you. I mean, I don't want you to change.
Karen, people are addicted to stuff out here.
There's a lot of addictions out here. But seriously though, addictions is a serious thing.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of different type of addictions. Been doing my research.
Okay.
They got video game addictions. I didn't know what people
Daryl.
would be
Yes,
addicted
Daryl.
to.
Real thing.
Daryl.
But
You might got that though.
I probably do. I ain't even gonna front.
You'll gain
He
it.
do got it.
They got sex addictions. Now I heard of that.
Put your hand down.
But you know what they said about sex addiction? They said that you either watch too much pornography or you masturbate too much.
Put your hand down. Who does that?
No, seriously.
What is going on?
No, it's a serious note though. And then you have the ones that everybody know about, like drug addictions, tobacco addictions. There's a lot of different type of
Alcohol.
alcohol addictions.
But I got water in my cup today.
Mm-hmm.
Water.
Sure you do.
Because this is serious. So I put water in mine.
I know that's right. Y'all can't be doing that.
What's in yours?
It'd
You
be
made this topic.
it'd be crazy like it'd be crazy having
What's in yours?
That's what I'm drinking.
Oh.
Arizona.
They giving us no sponsorship. Don't put
you
them
trying to
on
get
the
a flag. You trying to get a flag, bro.
Oh my God.
You just drink
We gave you a cup and you gonna put them people in there.
Oh, hold up. By the way, our cups were designed by Tip. Tip, thank you for the cup.
Thank you, Tim.
What's that Instagram tag?
Power off.
We will let y'all know. We will post it on the page. We will make sure we post it on the page for y'all.
Yep.
So y'all can get y'all cups. Y'all
See,
want
Tiff,
some
I'm
cups
trying
for
to.
Barry
Tiff,
looking out.
I'm looking out.
We looking out too though. Cause I'm probably giving you these shout outs.
Where's the food?
You did your thing on these motherfucking cups. You hear me? But we got my man Barry on here, and we came to
So
just
why you wanted to talk about
enlighten.
addictions? Yeah.
Huh? Because it's a lot of see a lot of young men out here
Young women.
and women.
They have to get the guns though.
Huh?
They have to get the guns.
I
That's a
mean,
different topic. That's a whole,
that's a whole nother.
That's a whole other issue going on.
But they go
out here.
hand in hand, though. They go hand in hand.
They do.
Drugs, guns, all that go hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, if I can just help one person, I did my job.
Just one. Say a couple, please.
One.
All right, just one. You trying to?
It only take one.
Barry B only trying to help one of you cluckers. That's why he don't want to help everybody. He want to help one of
We
y'all.
can't say the world, but we can try to say one person at a time,
One hoe.
one day at a time.
Damn.
So, with us talking about addiction, has anybody, whether it's the viewers or anyone's in here, ever suffered from addiction?
No.
I have. I don't think it's considered a serious addiction, but I'm addicted to shopping.
Okay, that's addiction.
That's an
Yeah.
addiction.
That really is addiction.
I know. Because I have it. I'm addicted to alcohol occasionally.
Occasionally.
Yeah. And sometimes
You
I
go
look.
through spurts.
Yeah. On weekends and stuff. But weedy weed, ooh, I gotta have my weedy weed.
Not weedy weed.
Yes, the weedy weed.
What you call it weedy weed? I just always been called it that.
That's what it is weedy weed. I'm really addicted to it. I love weed.
How about you, Barry?
Yeah, I get down with the weed.
Clearly.
I mean, I don't smoke regular. I don't smoke, but I like edibles.
Addicted to edibles.
He addicted to
I ain't
edibles.
addicted. I love the feeling.
What did it do to you?
Fucks me up. In a good way.
In a good way.
You should have got one from my
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
yo.
Yo, if it wasn't, I don't know. You know what? I don't know why I don't smoke. I really don't understand why I don't smoke. Because
I mean, that's your thing.
He's a good
weed
one.
is from the
It's not
earth.
your thing, though.
I'll look up the people who don't got vices when it comes to drugs.
But I don't know. You know, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you why I never smoked, yo. I'm gonna tell you why. It was back when I was in elementary school. I saw a picture of how somebody's lungs look from smoking cigarettes. I swear to God, I never smoked.
But weed is a herb.
I ain't saying weed do the same thing. I just saying that just made me not want to smoke. I'm serious. Like serious. I saw this one picture. It was like burnt meat. I never ever
I'm not
wanted to
going to
smoke.
give up smoke. I'm gonna smoke.
But then
I'm
you
gonna
got
drink my liquor.
hair on your chest that look like burnt meat.
Lies and deception.
Stop playing.
Taco
with him.
meat.
Lies and deception, y'all. But no, I'm being serious. That's really what made me never ever really choose to smoke. Was that one picture? I don't know. It just did something to me. I was like, I don't want my lungs to be like this. But that's neither here nor there.
I
But
never
no,
really
seriously.
got, well, hookah, that's like sort of like a cigarette though now, right?
No,
It's
but we don't
tobacco.
inhale
Everybody do
that.
It's
it.
tobacco.
We don't inhale that.
Who?
You inhale?
It don't matter. It's still like, it's tobacco
inhale
going into our
hookah.
system.
You inhale hookah?
Yeah.
Oh.
So, do y'all got addictions? Anybody suffering from addictions? If you are, today, we
And
gonna
I
heal
know,
today.
I know half of
We
y'all
gonna try
over
to heal.
there have addictions. Because I know y'all personally. And I ain't going to air y'all out.
Well, it's all about it. First of all, what is it? We got the first stage is denial. A lot of people probably are addicted to something. Because shopping is an addiction.
Sex.
Somebody,
Sex is
everybody
addiction.
addicted to something in some way.
Being in somebody's business is
Liquor.
addiction.
Oh, yes, Lord.
Drama.
To addict to cameraman knows.
Gossiping,
Addiction.
talking shit,
Addiction.
beating people's husbands.
Like, buddy, where that come from?
No, I'm just saying, because there's people out here that's addicted to being with married men.
Ooh.
Hey, say less.
Yo.
Why are you looking at the cameraman when you said that?
I'm going to.
You come here with this new cut. And
But
you
no,
got ass.
we really
I
trying
look.
to. Today, we really want to drop some jewels, man. Like, and my man Barry got some things that he wanted to speak about. So, we got questions. So,
Did you do your own personal research on addiction?
No, I went to rehab.
Oh, okay.
I was in rehab. So basically how I got started was I got sickle cell.
Okay.
So for the people who don't know what sickle cell is, in your blood you got cells. The average person's cell is like an oval shape.
Mm-hmm.
Mines are sickle and they're sticky. So when they flow through the bloodstream, sometimes they get caught up
Okay.
and blood don't circulate to a limb
Mm-hmm.
and it causes excruciating pain.
How
So
old were you when you was diagnosed with it?
5, 6.
Oh, you was young.
Yeah, I was about 5. They test for it now when you're born.
Mm-hmm.
They do test for it. But yeah, so, you know, the treatment for that is narcotics. Percocets, you know, oxycodone, all of those different things.
Quavo.
So you know that since you were 5?
I got
Is
my
that what you're saying?
first, I got my first narcotic in a hospital through the IV right when I was 5, 6 years old.
Damn.
And so, you know, when you on that cycle constantly, it's times I'm getting sick anywhere from 15 to 20 times a year. And I'm being hospitalized every single time I get sick. And so that's how they treat it. And it's not the pill form. They hooking a syringe up. And once you get to the adult level,
Mm-hmm.
it's a completely different animal. They hooking a syringe up to your IV and pushing it straight like dope. Yeah, like dope. It's no different from having a needle with heroin in it,
right.
putting it in your vein.
No,
and
they're
pushing
putting
it.
the IV in you first. And
Right,
then...
they put the only difference is they put an IV in you first,
Mm-hmm.
and they hook the syringe up to the IV and push the medicine straight through your
So
vein
you saying you feel that shit immediately?
immediately.
And how often was you in the medicine?
every 3 or 4 hours. Around
Hospital?
the clock, 24/7. Yeah.
Was it at a point when it wasn't working? Like the medication
you go through
wasn't
spurts, because your tolerance is built in at this point. So you go through spurts where now you're starting to go up taking more medication because the medication that you was taking before, it's not working. So, once you go through that cycle, you figure, I'm 33 right now. My first narcotic, I was 5, 6 years old. So by the time you become an adult, it's on and popping.
Yeah, all you know is getting high.
That's all you really know.
Yeah.
Did you start smoking when you were young too?
I started smoking around 16.
Okay.
16. I remember I had my first blunt. But yeah, 16 is when I started smoking. So basically, now I got narcotic addiction and I'm smoking weed on top of it. Mm-hmm. And you're not going to take one without the other.
Right.
I mean, that don't make sense. So I would take one and then feed the other with the weed. So I'm talking about and I'm going to just be transparent with y'all. I would take a pill and I'll probably roll up 5, 6 Dutches and smoke them back to back while I'm playing the game. Chain smoking. I'm talking about I'm playing the game from 11 p.m. till 3, 4 in the morning. Yeah.
Getting it in.
No, this is crazy.
All right, so
Do you feel like the weed? Oh, I'm sorry, D.
No, go ahead.
Did you feel like the weed wasn't helping at one point, being that you was smoking back to back to back like that?
No, the point of the weed was
Is to enhance it.
Not it does do that, but after a while, like you said, you top off. But it was the heat.
Pause.
That was crazy. But you smoke the weed to stay there, more so than anything.
What the hell?
To stay there. And so yeah, man, that's pretty much
going through my addiction.
Is you the only one in your family who has sickle cell?
Yeah.
Wow.
My mom got the trait.
Okay.
And my dad got abnormal blood, and when you mix the two,
Together.
it creates.
My son has the trait.
Yeah, my son got the trait. And me and my wife got tested before we had him to make sure our blood together wouldn't produce sickle cell.
Right. So what does that mean for y'all who have the trait, who kids have the trait, but y'all don't have it? Like, what does that mean for y'all children? Like,
if we would have took them those tests and it would have came back that
she had the trait, he would have had sickle cell.
He would have had sickle cell. I wouldn't have had kids with her.
Mm.
Just off of what I went through as a child in sickle cell.
That's crazy.
That's deep.
That's really crazy to say. I wouldn't have.
Because I don't know the whole thing on sickle cell. So now I'm like being educated on this. I never knew that because I didn't even know that even.
And it run in our community crazy.
Yeah.
It's heavy in our.
I mean, I know
everybody.
Lupus
Right.
is crazy too.
But everybody that watches probably knows somebody that got sickle cell that's in their family or.
Right, I know a couple people that got sickle cell.
Kira got that shit in her family too.
That's for sure came from your great grandma, but we ain't gonna talk about that right now. Like, I'm sorry, y'all, because he's playing with me. Go ahead, Big.
So Big, when did you know that you was addicted? Like when did you even like start like noticing? I'm trying to get the proper explain it properly. But when did you know? When did you start?
When did I feel like I had a
problem?
problem?
You had a problem.
You had a problem.
Or did you
realize you had a problem?
You didn't know that you had to come to somebody, right? To somebody pointed it out.
Not many people know. Because like I was never one of the type that would get high and go outside.
Right. I know.
I was always home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So my mom didn't even know.
Right.
My mom, because I'm living. It's me and my lady. She my girlfriend at the time. She my wife now, but at the time we boyfriend and girlfriend, and it was me and her living together. She was the reason I went. She did all the research to find me, the rehab and everything.
Rider.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
It's hard to find a rider out here.
Man, listen.
Because they don't give no help. Because Daryl give me no help for my addiction.
Bye-bye.
Your addiction.
Daryl know I drink bottles a day. He won't give me no help.
I tell you to lay off the sauce.
So, like, you know, she would come in and I'd be in my man cave in the middle room playing the game. I'm dropping the controller. I'm dropping remotes.
Oh, you was dipping? You was dipping? Oh, wow.
That's why I said it ain't no different than dope.
Right, I just
that shit is a pill is synthetic dope, bro. It's no different. The effect, the side effects of the medication is no different than somebody that's on dope.
Right.
Did you ever go and try to find like something off the street to feed it? Like
dope?
No, not dope. Like, you know, what is it called? Like the synthetic pill? I don't know. Like
Suboxone.
Yeah, Suboxone.
Like
Yeah.
anything, you know, because
Slowly.
we in the hood, so you know, like people on the street
Sir.
sell
Like,
everything.
I know about the Suboxone.
So, but there's like times where you didn't have what it is that you needed. Was it times where she's saying like you went on the street to find what it is that you needed?
I didn't have to.
Because you always had.
Not even that though. Because I had sickle cell, and because the doctor knew that I was taking narcotics, you know what he prescribed me with it? Methadone.
Oh, man. Shit.
That ain't shit. I know heroin addicts would take that. Who be like, that's just like sugar.
But do you know why they do it?
The thing is, they tell me that they try to keep it. It keeps them off of the heroin, but it's just another drug to keep them high.
Methadone is considered a narcotic also.
Yeah, it's just another drug to keep them high.
Methadone don't get you high, but you take one of them with one of them motherfucking perk 30.
Oh, shit. I was thinking with a perk 30.
One of them motherfuckers with a perk 30, man.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's why in the morning, that's why they make sure they go to the methadone clinic.
They be with their kids and everything.
First off, so they don't get sick. They might not have no money in the morning. All right, I can go ahead to the methadone clinic, get the methadone. I won't have no withdrawals, so I can make me some money until I can get my shot. But not only that, the methadone is in your system now. When you do the dope, you lit.
So it's enhanced.
It's an enhancer like a motherfucker.
So you was on that perks and
weed. Man, I'll give y'all the real. Like, I will give y'all the real. Y'all be like, yo, like, this motherfucker was like a junkie. Like,
no, we first of all, my thing is, we want to be able to help somebody that go through that, because it's probably somebody right now going through it right now and don't know what the fuck to do with themselves, because right now they thinking that they doing all right, but really they fucked up.
Gotta have it.
But that's the thing. Like, I wouldn't go to work high. Right. None of that shit. And when you have an addiction, that's how you justify it.
Right.
Like I told y'all, me and my girlfriend is living together. So all my bills paid, I got money in my pocket. Right. That's how I justified me saying.
So you wasn't a bum?
No, not at all.
No, my uncle used to call it a functional addict.
No, right.
My dad was a functional addict.
You mean?
You understand? So this shit running my family. You know what I mean? So that my whole thing is about breaking the generational curses. Because if I didn't have sickle cell, I don't think I would have dealt with pills. But the reality is I do got sickle cell. And my dad was fucking with heroin. So now when I'm sitting back and I'm thinking about it, I'm like, yo, I'm literally in that same cycle. No, I'm not doing dope, but what is this going to look like 5-10 years from now?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
What if it comes to a point where my doctor not prescribing these no more, and I need to get my hands on them, and perks, that's not a cheap high.
Yeah, they $90. They $90 pills. Shout out to South Philly.
So you ain't got no perks. That's why you see a lot of young boys is on dope. You ain't got no perks. What you want to do? Bag of dope, $10. I can get if a perk 30. Let's say a perk 30 costs $50. If I can get 5 bags of dope,
that's the same
as opposed to one pill.
Right, that's the same as getting your.
What you think I'm gonna do?
I'm gonna get that dope.
And that's how you see a lot of people young people fall into the cycle of being on dope. That's how it happens. Because they can't afford the perks.
Mm-hmm.
That's, this is deep. This is deep. Because
there's a lot of people who I know who been overdosed on what is it?
A lot of young
right
people
now.
too.
Yeah.
But you know what's crazy though? Shout out to Canada, man, for keeping y'all prices the same, man. America, man, they have right prices.
America,
bro.
yeah.
Yo, shout out to Canada for keeping y'all prices the same, yo. Like them pills $10 over there for real.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Over here they
I
90.
gotta pee. This is crazy.
You got to go.
So, all right. When did your wife notice something was wrong?
So we lived together for about 3 years. Probably a year into it. Because, I would use the sickle cell as an excuse. Whenever I wanted to take the pill, I basically tell her I'm in pain.
Right.
And technically,
you're
I
not
wasn't in pain.
Gotcha.
I just wanted to take the pill. So after a while, maybe a year and a half, we live together. She's seeing everything.
Right.
And she questioning whether I'm really in pain the way that I say that I'm in pain.
Yeah.
So eventually she realized, no, he got a problem. And it took her a minute. It took her a while to convince me to go, because you gotta be ready. You gotta want to do that.
Yeah, you gotta want to do that.
Yeah, you gotta want to.
I'm gonna agree. I agree with that. You really gotta want to be helped. You can't help somebody that doesn't really want to be helped, because you can tell. You can tell. I don't even why I say that, because I know someone that I've dealt with that, and I tell them all the time, we can be on their ass every fucking day. If they don't want to get help,
and if they want to find it, they gonna find it.
Yeah.
So, and I like that stuff is hard. That shit do be hard. But I think support is important with that. You gotta really be supportive.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You gotta have a circle.
So when you realized like it was so far gone, was your son here yet?
Mm-mm.
You had your son?
Nope.
Okay.
We ain't no kids. We wasn't married. We was engaged.
Okay.
I do remember that because it was conversations. The wedding, we approaching the wedding. It was conversations about not wanting to walk down the aisle with me. In that state, she's like, I'm not marrying that. And from the house, when you look at it in hindsight, it's like I respect it, because would you do it?
I don't know.
Would you do it? I mean, would I do it? Like, I'm not married. Like, marriage ain't no game. This shit, this shit ain't no game.
That's
like,
a real thing.
This ain't boyfriend, girlfriend. Like,
that's forever.
This shit is
supposed to be. And
it's a lot of shit tied behind marriage. Like, you got families involved, intermingled and involved. Like, so, and I knew she would leave, because she doing her own thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, she don't need me for nothing. You understand? So I understood.
Miss Independent. Hello.
So she gave you like an ultimatum, or she just was like, you got.
I mean, pretty much, bro.
Or you just felt it like she gonna leave if I don't get my shit together.
I knew she would leave if I didn't get my shit together. Like, it wasn't about the ultimatum, because it's like, the wedding date is set. We paying on the wedding.
Right.
So you got to get it together, or
it's not. This
ain't happening.
This ain't it.
And how do you? We got married in Jamaica. How do we tell everybody that we sent invitations out to?
I ain't get no invitation, but we talk about that later.
Y'all didn't. I think I invited Daryl.
Yeah.
Why Daryl?
Huh?
What? Well, first of all,
wait. Remember, we was off camera. You said you don't know me.
Yeah, I said I don't know you no more. You damn right I don't know you no more, because you disappeared. We like.
I mean, I couldn't even make it to that joke, because really, I really wanted to fucking go.
Yeah, I think I invited you.
You did.
Because I was the only one.
The money was fucked up, but no, I wanted to go to that.
Shade.
No, it was other people I invited from the circle, but you know how that goes.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you lose like a lot of family members behind it? Friendships? Isolate yourself?
Isolation was number one. That was number one. I was never a thief or anything like that. Like, I wasn't in it so deep that I needed to steal or anything like that. I wasn't a bum. Like, I was living on my own and doing what I wanted to do. But it caused some relationships to be severed. Mm-hmm. Not necessarily family, because like I said, they didn't even know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But definitely, a friendship or two was affected by it.
Mm. And was there people like you knew for a long time, like your friendships, or was it just?
It was childhood. It was
okay.
a childhood friend. Mm. I knew since I was about 8. About 8, yeah, about 8. I was 8 years old when I met him. Knew him all the way up, 20s, late 20s, all that, and it was a situation that had happened, and he felt as though I wasn't there for him. And my thing is, and his feelings are valid. I'm not going to sit here and discredit that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, we grown men. Like, I was wrong. I'm willing to admit that. Like, that ain't about nothing. We ain't getting in trouble. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I was wrong. But at the same time, it's like, how can I be there for you if behind closed doors I'm popping pills, not even dealing with my own traumas? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How can I be there for you if I'm not there for myself? Yeah. I'm popping pills so I don't have to be with myself. Mm. You know what I mean? I never got in trouble, but I'm just ripping and running through the streets, not selling drugs or nothing, but just outside, mm-hmm. not making no money, around people that's hustling, not making no money. I was just, it's just, mentally, you just scattered. Mm. You just scattered mentally. No matter how much you got it together or you paying your own bills, mentally you just be scattered. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? But his feelings definitely valid though. But I haven't spoken to him. Reached out to him a couple times.
So if it was anything you had to say right now to that person, what would you say?
Zoom in, cameraman.
I don't really got nothing to say, to be honest though. Mm-hmm. I don't. I felt like after I came out, because I had went to rehab. I went down to Florida for 35 days. I was in rehab for, like, I really was in a real rehab. Yeah, man, I'm around.
No cell phone?
No cell phones, none of that. 15-minute call once a week in the beginning, and yeah. They strip you of everything because they want you to focus on yourself. Mm-hmm. So they limit everything that you do. It's about you being here, getting yourself together. There's no reason for you to have a cell phone in here. Right. If you're serious about doing this.
So therapy, everything.
Therapy was from like 9 to like 6 o'clock every day.
Did you find out a lot about yourself?
Yeah. And then once you really start sobering up, you start to see trauma, traumas start to come back, and you start being able to connect the dots as to why you started self-medicating or why this addiction became. Right. Because a lot of that shit you be forgetting about. Yeah. So as you in this program, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, now you sober.
You just suppress it.
Right, and now your memory is coming back, and you can connect the dots as the childhood traumas and.
You just suppress it. You don't forget.
That's why I was fucking with pills, and you know what I'm saying.
So it wasn't just because the sickle cell.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Well, no, not in hindsight. In the beginning, you think that like, damn, the sickle cell is the reason why I'm on these pills, but it's childhood traumas, and the pills was accessible.
Mm-hmm. So, question. So when all this was happening, you start taking the pills, where now it went from actually the pills being used to help you feel better, did it become something that like, no, I like how I feel?
Yeah, it helps them feel better.
Absolutely. Right.
It helps them feel better, but also help them feel better.
Yeah. Right, because what I'm saying, because we know why they were given. It was given to help with the pain, but it turned into you liked it how it felt.
Absolutely.
Okay.
When you on that medicine, I'm gonna give y'all a situation. Like, let's say the average person, when you happy and you just regular, let's say the average person might operate on a 100.
Right.
Right? When you laugh, the feel good chemicals in your brain might shoot up to a 125. When you climax, when you having sex, that might shoot you up to a 150.
Maybe a 2.
Maybe a 2. No, let's say 175. All right. So we gonna go with Kara. So we got, when you just regular, you at 100. When you laugh, let's say 150. And when you climax, according to Kara, 200.
Okay. Sure. For sure.
When you start taking these pills, now you up to 250.
Hey.
You flying.
It's nothing in the world, in the world that can get you. Your chemicals shooting up to a 250.
That's why niggas out there selling cheeseburgers now.
So,
I'm just saying.
But, yeah, so now, when you wake up in the morning, now you come back down, but you don't come back down to 100. You go below the 100 mark.
And now I want some more.
Now you want more because
I want to feel how I felt.
Your brain is saying
before.
Your brain is saying you're only happy when you're at the 250. You need the 250 in order to be happy.
This is deep. This is
But
really
the
deep.
thing is, when you're
because
and I'm
anybody
saying
at home,
pills. I've been on pills before, and I've got myself on. So the thing is this: when you're on them things, it's like
it's euphoria.
You're up to where it's like nothing bothers you, nothing. You don't care about shit. Nothing is in your way.
Is it so much of a blackout though? Do you feel like it's a blackout?
No, it's not a blackout.
It's definitely not a blackout.
Because you forget a lot though. You said it took you to therapy and you started connecting the dots, so it's like more of a blackout. No?
But that's just what the chemicals will do to your brain over time on any drug.
Okay.
You're gonna have loss of memory. But once you start to sober up, the human body is incredible.
You can think.
It start healing. You know, everything that was damaged from the drug start to heal. I mean, your memories bank is still there.
Yeah.
It just need to be clean.
Once again, shout out to Design by Tip.
He love his stuff.
I like that.
He love his stuff.
I like that.
Just to put that out there. But, we back in.
I don't know.
Because I never.
Oh, let me finish. So nothing. I'm sorry. I was just saying. We drifted off. Like I wanted to bring that point home though, so people can really understand how it works. So now when your brain is telling you that you need to be at a 250, you need to be at a 250. The only thing that can get you at a 250 is the pills. You don't have sex.
Yeah, because you don't stay hard, right?
No. No. Sex only giving me 200. I need 250. Damn. So when I'm taking the pills, I'm on 250. Sex ain't getting me to 250.
You ain't worrying about
You ain't desiring it.
You ain't desiring that. You know what would get you your climax.
So you ain't masturbating or nothing?
You don't care about none of that shit.
Wow. That's
trying to get the 250.
You trying to get 250. So now.
So you got a wife.
Yeah.
And you ain't busting her ass. Balling her up. None of that.
Nope.
Hold up.
Hearing it. No, I'm not going to say.
Hold on real quick. Like, so when she say ball up, she means crumble you up.
Oh no!
But listen what you said.
It's
like a paper.
It's a flip side to that. Because when you on that thing and you ready,
you want to go mode.
What?
Okay.
You want to kind of, but it make you dick no.
And you get soft easy. You could be inside that wet way and then that thing be soft.
No, I ain't got it.
That's muscle relaxing.
Yeah, I ain't got.
That's muscle relaxing. She trying to be smart.
Yeah,
shout out to the cameraman. Hey, stop disrespecting me.
I was just saying.
Yeah.
I wasn't even talking about.
But no, you talking about muscle relaxing though,
you said
bitch. Yo, stop playing me, bro. Stop playing me, bro. Real
You
rap.
said don't bring our personal
Bro, stop
stuff on here, so
playing
I
me,
wasn't
bro.
even talking about
the best.
I was just asking.
Yo, stop playing me,
I
bro.
was just asking somebody on Instagram. Ask that question.
This is the best.
Stop.
Yo, up, man.
So look.
Go ahead, Dave.
Y'all stupid as shit, man.
That was funny.
Go ahead, Dave.
This should make sure we in, guys.
Oh my god.
Wait for the cameraman, yo.
So when you wake up in the morning after one of them, we call them benders.
Damn, you been that shit.
So when you come out of one of them in the morning, like I used to wake up irritated with my wife, like Just irritated for nothing.
For no reason.
For no reason.
You just mad.
You just irritated, like, because you ain't at your 250.
Because you need what it is that you need.
Right. You ain't at your 250, but not even that. A normal person is at 100. Now you below the 100, and that's how people start to fall into depression.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. After that, you go to sleep, and now you go back down to damn near fucking zero. And now you're back to reality. So that was like.
But now you're mentally you below reality because your brain is telling
what the fuck is going on?
You need to be it.
You need to be where you need to be.
But this is really deep because, like, all right, for me, I'm dealing with that through my family little issues, and I'm like, this shit crazy. But like now with somebody that went through it, and you explaining how this works, because I be trying to figure out like how. I wasn't even trying to go this deep, but since we on here, this is what we do. Yeah, like I'm my husband, man. Like he be doing that shit. That shit be really irking me. It's irking. But I'm trying to understand certain things. I really be trying to understand certain things, and he be really like touching bases on a lot of like shit. I be trying to understand because some shit I see, so I understand like a lot of things. Like all right. Even when we talk about like you can't help somebody that don't want to be helped. You don't want to fucking help. You're not gonna fucking do it. You're not gonna fucking do it. But it's like he probably does it because he died at that 250. He need to be when he at that 250.
He needs to be. He needs to be.
Or he ain't ready to deal with what makes him,
make him want to use it. Yeah,
right.
He hasn't gotten there yet, and I feel like a lot of older people, they don't with their trauma. They don't want to find out what got them there, how to get there.
They don't.
They stuck in their ways already.
Yep.
So I just feel like a lot of older people, they just let it be.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't trying to go in depth.
I'm just saying that.
No,
I mean, because you going there, so I mean, you going in depth. So now it's
he already went in depth.
No, we went. I want to park it because I could have gone in depth. I can go in depth, but
y'all better leave my co-host alone. Y'all better leave my friend alone.
But no, seriously, because I'm trying to understand this because this is helping me be able to like know how to move forward with people, with our own loved ones and how to help them get where they need to be at. But it's still a self-help thing. You still gotta want to be helped. But I'm just trying to understand. So this is educational for me.
You can't help somebody who don't want to be helped.
Yep, that's facts. That's facts.
Barry wanted. He wanted to get help. He wanted to be the man that he is. So he got his shit together.
So we really, but now we can say that your wife played a role in that.
Absolutely, I wouldn't be where I'm at.
See that motivation of the support.
But that's the thing.
Go sis.
Even if go sis,
go sis. Got that ass together.
Always stand by him. I mean, if you want help or not, stand by him.
How long y'all been together?
12 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he said
13.
Listen, she said she wasn't playing that game. We got together.
Right. We got together. I was 19. She was 19. I was 21. I'm 33.
Y'all love them young girls.
No, you is.
What's going on?
You want to be honest?
The whole group, except for Daryl, has young girls.
You want me to be honest?
I found me over here. She looked like a young girl though. Man, come on the camera real quick. Come on the camera.
Come on the camera real quick because
I'm just saying.
You was trying to play because
I'm just saying everybody.
I look better than most young girls that's out here. I look better than most 22, 23, 24-year-olds. So with that being said,
confidence.
With that being said,
we're gonna get back on that too. We ain't forget about that.
She's very confident.
She's very confident.
You need that confidence.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, girl.
Bro, this is deep, man. I hope y'all learning something. I hope if anybody going through something at home right now,
if anybody's willing to go on live and talk about their story too.
Yeah, go get on live. Come on. If you know somebody that's going through something,
a lot of people ain't that comfortable with themselves.
I'm talking about somebody who passed that stage.
Well, if you at that point where you are comfortable, you knew what you was going through, and you want to share, please hop on this live.
Because I feel like a lot of people is really addicted.
It's
to
a lot of
No,
it's a lot of people. It's a lot of young people.
People, yeah, for sure. For sure.
And that's why I said
these young kids look like
really
ghosts. Like, you could be outside with them, like, they really like zombies out here.
And
like,
to be honest, I'm not saying that I look better than young people because I look better. No, it's because they're on things that they should not be on. They're doing things that they should not be doing. And when we was their age, we was not doing that kind of stuff.
But at the end of the day, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I got good genes. So I'm always gonna look.
Tell
Now if you get fucked up on these damn drugs, you ain't gonna look like that at all.
I ain't getting on no drugs.
See, you don't do it. You ain't gotta worry about
The
that.
thing is, and I'm gonna say this.
Weed ain't making motherfuckers look like fucking old ass fucking.
They putting fentanyl in weed now.
Well, that's what people.
And that's why I'm smoking from everybody. That's why I smoke from everybody. Like
you gotta make sure you.
If I got my own weed or I'm not smoking, and that's just it.
Cause I know a lot of people like in the last couple years that died from it, and young, not in their 30s, nothing, but just got a bad batch on purse.
I found the whole eight in a little girl bag in my classroom.
I don't even smoke.
Her cubby. I went her book bag to look for some Pampers, and there was a whole eighth in her book bag.
You sell it? You ain't sell it?
You call it cops?
Look, please don't come this yourself.
Yeah, I'm not leaving him. I'm just saying.
She sold it, y'all.
So,
shout out to Tasha.
Where you at right now?
Not Tasha. How my name is Kiana.
Like, what stage are you in right now?
What you mean?
I mean, what's your process?
I mean, to be honest, I can't say. Well, in their world, I'm smoking weed, so technically, I have an addiction. Mm-hmm. But I ain't no addiction to weed.
Bro, you saying so? Are you saying that weed is not an addiction?
No, I think it can be.
It is.
Once.
It is.
You only smoke once a day?
At night.
Oh, really?
Wait a minute.
Because I work.
Mm-hmm.
I go to real estate mentorship after work.
Okay.
I'm home being a father.
Okay.
All right, so not Monday through Friday. On the weekends, how
many? On the weekends, it's basically at night. Like, me and my wife, I'm married. Like, I got a son in the house. Right. So, I can't dip off for 3 and 4 hours in the basement and smoke a Dutch.
So now it's like an wind down.
Exactly.
I got it.
Exactly.
That's what I do. Yep. Right in my hookah.
Because before.
Yes, bitch, I'm supposed to drink any fucking time.
Because I pop me a perk roll up a quarter ounce.
You know what's crazy though? Because DMX. Pause. When he was doing, he had his behind the music thing, and he was just sitting there saying how everybody always asks him, "Are you still addicted? Are you still a drug addict?" This, that, and third. He was like, "I'm always gonna be addicted to it." Like,
absolutely.
He said he started it so young, like it's always gonna be a part of his life, even if he's not on it.
Because you can always go back.
Mm-hmm. So you see, even if you went to rehab, even if you
I know some
did
people
all that, you still
it was people.
It's any given time you can go back to what it is that you were doing.
It was people that was in rehab that been there 5 and 6 times.
Yeah,
right.
I know a crackhead that said to me exact words. I'm like, damn, you getting help? You ain't gonna come back this time? He said, man, as soon as I get out there, I'm gonna get high.
Mm-hmm.
So if you in
some
rehab
people
saying
do that shit just to please the people around them, to please
their
families, to please their friends, to please the people who are around them, so they can shut them the fuck up. Yeah. But once you're done that shit, I'm going to do what the fuck I was doing before. Like, I'm not going to stop shit.
The fact that we are talking about addiction, the crazy part is, when I was at work, I had to respond because we had a gentleman in the bathroom. They said he was asleep. We go in there, he got high. That's what he was doing. And we asked him, like, were you in? He's like, yeah, I got high. I'm getting ready to go to the addiction. I'm about to go to the I'm about to go to detox. Mm-hmm. But I gotta get my high first before I go. Mm. And that's
so you gotta get high before you
go hard. You'll go hard before if you know you're going to rehab. Yeah, you letting off.
And right before he left, he was like, the thing is, they know what he's like, come on. He like they know I'm trying to get help. But at the same time, they know, like, I gotta get my fix. I have to, like, get my high. And, once I go in there, I'm not going to get that. So it's like, I wanted to get it before I went in there. He's like, I know it's wrong, but it's like, I'm addicted.
When I was in rehab, they was coming in there. It was people that came in there unconscious. They were so high. Dang. Because they'll fly you down and all that to Florida. And motherfuckers, before they get on the plane, go right in the bathroom, get busy, and
that's scary.
Yeah. That's just crazy. The first thing we thought about was like, what if you would have OD'd in the fucking bathroom? Because he's probably in there for how long? The only reason why we responded because somebody called and like, listen, there's somebody still in the stall. But that shit crazy.
Did you ever see yourself like a life or death situation?
Mm-mm.
No.
Nah.
You never had to like be hospitalized because you like stopped breathing or none of that kind of stuff?
No.
Because
I was never that deep into it. And the crazy thing is, it was an addiction. I wasn't doing it every day.
Mm-hmm.
My thing was, what is this going to look like 5 to 10 years from now? And I knew I had a problem early. Like, yo, like.
Oh, so you realized that
absolutely.
you had, okay.
Oh, yeah. I realized, I'm like, yo, this,
right.
I got to do something.
Was it like a look in the mirror, like you was looking in the mirror, like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah. That and.
Right, I looked in the mirror and I said, what the fuck, bitch? You
My wife.
fucking seeing this bitch? Get the fuck.
My wife, like.
You got 1,000 kids.
I don't know, man.
Get
It's
your
something
thing
about
over.
women, man. Men don't give women enough credit or respect.
The black queens, you said?
Women are gods.
Say it again. Say it again,
Women
baby.
are
Zoom in. Zoom in, cameraman.
Zoom in, cameraman.
Zoom in what you said. The power of the what?
The woman, bro.
Hello.
Seriously.
Oh my God.
Seriously, bro. Like, I wouldn't be where I'm at without my wife, bro.
The power of the
Make me
women
fucking
that
cry, like, what?
have their man's back. Because some of y'all women ain't got nobody's fucking back. Right? So he do anything for.
But you gonna
So
zoom in on
that
Daryl?
don't got nothing to
Get
do
out
with
of here.
Why the
everybody.
fuck you zooming in
That's
on
only
Daryl?
for certain fucking women. The women that are, they are motivating and inspiring they guys
Swear to God, when I
to
call
be
this shit
different and to get their shit together. Not y'all fucking women out there that just out here on some other shit.
Pop, lock, and dropping it.
Right.
And feeding the addiction. Because of some of y'all.
Like, get the fuck out of here. Y'all just looking for the check.
That's what I'm saying.
Y'all ain't
Daryl
looking
has
to make
never
you
felt
right.
my addiction like ever.
Sit over there.
Meanwhile, my husband's feeding you the addiction.
Right.
Feed me, baby.
Put that fucking bottle there.
Baby.
Okay.
So, Barry, I got a question for you, bro.
What's up?
So, like many fiends, and I don't want to say fiends.
Damn, bro.
Please,
God
please.
Let me see what y'all think, y'all.
Wow. That's your
crazy.
friend. That's your friend?
I don't know after
Yeah,
that.
I'm fucking with you, big.
That's because we didn't
Like,
invite you
no.
to the wedding. But go ahead.
So,
Alright,
like many people, fighting addictions and shit. Do you ever go back and not rekindle, but reevaluate the friendships and stuff that you had?
Absolutely. Because
And do you try to are you at that point where you still trying to?
absolutely, because like if I got love for you, I got love for you.
Period.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, and my thing, if me and you locked in, and I never showed you a chink in my armor, and I've always been there, and this one situation that might arise where I'm not there, but you know that's uncharacteristic of this person.
Okay.
You know that ain't, we've been rocking. You know that ain't in my MO.
Right.
There's something deeper going on behind closed doors
And
that you
as
might
your
not
friend,
know
you should
about.
know.
Okay.
You understand
know
what I'm
your
saying?
friends.
Because I've never demonstrated that behavior. I've always been there. And I take pride in that. So it's a situation that's like I'm not even dealing with my own problems. Fuck, I'm gonna help you with yours. I ain't dealing with my own. I'm popping pills.
Right.
That's how I'm taking care of my problems. I'm popping pills. But you want me to be there and I ain't there for myself? So, you know.
No, that's facts. That's facts.
That's
But at
really
the same
real life.
time-
That's really real life.
No, but at the same time, you have to have emotional intelligence to be able to understand that.
That's why I said that's real life, because a lot of people don't have that.
No, not at all.
And
I feel like with me, like, cause I never did pills or anything like that. But even sometimes, like, coping with like the deaths that I've been through in the past few years, like alcohol, it did help. But me drinking, sometimes I black out to the point of me going back to like childhood
The
traumas.
traumas,
Yeah.
yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So I never did it the way you went through it, but my mind was set differently. So I could get drunk to a point of me sitting in there going back to, you know, a deep deep part of my life that I'm sitting there like, what the fuck?
Right.
Like, what happened?
Yeah.
But then I wake up. I remember something happened, or I thought about something, but I woke up and I'm like, damn, I can't think about what it is, but I'm crying about it.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, trauma is an imprint on the brain, a negative imprint on the brain at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So it don't go nowhere. So you might be in your subconscious.
You always suppressed. It never leaves your mind. Like things that happen, you always remember. It never leaves your mind. That's why people have their vices, because they do things to try to forget. Mm-hmm. But we never forget what happened to us. We was 3, 5, 10, whatever.
A lot of little trauma.
25. We don't forget.
I don't think I ever tried to use anything as a vice to like help me cope with it. Cause I guess for me, I'm a thinker, so I'm constantly battling in my head. I'm always in my head. I think all day long.
For sure.
Like that, I'm constantly thinking.
For sure.
So it's like I'm pretty much dealing with whatever is going on with me because I'm mentally in my head battling. It's kind of crazy.
But that's not good either, because the thing is this: when one thing sets you up, it's like now everything that you're suppressing, like you're now putting it off on the thing that's making you mad.
No, but no. See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
is,
that's what I'm saying.
No, that's what you're saying. What I'm saying is,
this is not relationship.
When it comes to what I call Virgo thoughts, when I'm in my Virgo thoughts, I am pretty much like I'm right now. I'm dealing with whatever mentally I'm going through. I'm trying to understand why I'm even in this thought. Why I'm even in feeling the way I'm feeling, or whatever I'm going through. Like so it's a little hard to explain because
you overthink a lot.
I'm an overthinker.
Yeah,
I think I'm constantly thinking. Everything I get, I analyze. Mm-hmm. That's a Virgo thing. That's a Virgo thing.
For sure.
We analyze a lot of shit. So I take a lot of shit in, and I'm constantly thinking. I'm trying to understand it.
Yeah.
Because in order to understand, you have to understand.
Yeah. So
I've never been addicted to anything, but I can kind of understand why they chose what's going on, because I think so much on it to the point where I can until I get I understand it.
And that's good to have, because there's a lot of people who have things happen to them who don't understand and who really don't want to understand. So what they do is medicate themselves so that they can't or don't never want understand. You know what I'm saying? Like things happen to people and they don't want to face it. They don't want to, face the shit. So it's kind of like I'm going to do this so that way I know if I'm this way, that shit is never going to come to the surface.
So let me ask you a question. So does that mean like sometimes do you blame your parents for that some of this shit though?
Sometimes yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes yeah. Because the thing is that your parents are the people who's supposed to protect you, who's supposed to always make sure that nothing happens to you at the end of the day. We all parents in here.
But I just feel like as a parent, like when we put that, because now I understand that after I had my kids,
yes, we're all parents.
You can't sit there and protect every single second, every single move of your child. So with me, when something happened to me, I blamed my mom for years. Like, it was your fault. You left us with this person. You know what I'm saying? But then after a while, you got to sit there and think, like, I can't blame you for this, because honestly, my mom was out there working. Mm-hmm. My mom was out there going to school. And meanwhile, I had family members who lived around us. We had my stepdad. And it was just like, she had to bust her ass so much and, leave. I'm just saying. So I just understand stuff like that.
What's really crazy about that, because we being real deep right now, I felt like that with my son. I blamed myself for a while for my son getting hurt, because I felt like when he was with me, nothing never happened to my son. Mm-hmm. And then as soon as I let somebody else hold my son, shit fucking happened. Mm-hmm. So I believe that's really because I really blamed myself for a little bit. I'm like, damn, if he was with me, I ain't never had no problems. Mm-hmm. Yeah. My son was always good when he was in my care. But the moment I let my guard down, all right, here you go, let somebody watch my son, some shit happened. Mm-hmm. And I felt like that with multiple people. I ain't gonna get into who the people is, but multiple people I felt like that. But I really blamed myself for a while for that, because I felt like if I would have never let anybody else take care of my son or watch my son, I would have been straight. Everything just wouldn't have happened.
Yeah. Like, I don't think as a parent we could think like that, because that means like every little step as a parent we do or something we do wrong is like, that's not right. But if it fits you for that time or it helped you through something, helped you go to work or something like that, like, we can't be scared to leave our kids. We can't be scared to let them walk to the store. Because I'm scared of that too.
There was times where I have turned down jobs, where I have left my job early, where I have took off because of things that happened to me. That me as a parent, I don't want. I know for a fact I don't want happening to my kids. So the thing is this: if I don't want that shit happening to them, I'm going to be there.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is with that, right? We cannot stop everything. One thing is, most of us is Muslim here. We already know, like, if it's meant to happen, it's going to happen. We can't stop it from happening. Right. You see what I'm saying? So, even if it's them just walking to the store, you know, I'm petrified. I called my son. He walked to the store. I'm like, what's taking him so long? This, that, and the third. But he's a man. He's going to be a man eventually. So, I can't have him scared of walking to the store or stuff like that. If something happened to him, you see what I'm saying? Like, we can't think like that because we're going to have scary kids.
Y'all in this room know that I don't let my kids go nowhere.
But you have
nowhere. By the time, and I have damn near grown kids. My oldest son is 16. My daughter's 15. She on the phone literally right now asking can she go somewhere. And I'm like, fuck no. You're not going nowhere because it's 9 o'clock at night. Yeah, and I don't trust. It's not you I don't trust. It's people around you who I don't trust.
Listen. We have to allow our children to make their own decisions. That's why. That's why.
I don't want to lose my kids
understand that. That's as a mother, and that's how moms are. But coming from a man's point of view, you gotta let your kids make decisions. And if you don't during their childhood, that's why you have adults who don't know how to make good decisions because you never allowed your children.
And that's the thing.
That's the thing.
And that's the mom I don't want to be. I don't want to be the mom who kids are always leaning on her because they don't know how to be their own person alone without me. But at the same time, now that because they're underage, I feel like it's my job to make sure that I always protect them.
I don't want to go too far off of the addiction category, but I will say this on top of that, on just what we're talking about right now, because we're going to say this for pain. We talk about, pain. But you do have to let people make mistakes. You know how you got that parent that be trying to tell you, oh, don't do this. Even with myself. I had people telling me, don't do this, don't do that. And I still went out and did it. Because at the end of the day, I needed to see. I thought, all right, my thing is, all right, I heard what you said. But I wanted to go do this. Yeah, I wanted to go do this.
Yeah.
So, I'm still do it.
I want to see why I'm not supposed to do
it. I'm going to still do it.
It's our job to just make sure people go. The only thing we can do is put you on the right path.
Yeah.
People going to choose what way they want to go. Our kids is going to choose what way they want to go.
Yeah.
All we can do is just make sure that they understand, hey, just do this. Because technically what everybody is doing, everybody just really much putting on what they experienced in their life.
And that's the thing. We don't want them to go outside and think about, oh, my mom ain't this. And then they go out there and their friends or whoever they are around offer them, oh, yo, do this, do that. And now they're addicted to X, Y, and Z.
I just feel like the world, I feel like overall, like this generation coming up, our kids' generation, they're going to experience way more stuff than we're going to experience because our parents did shelter us, but like with my mom was honest about everything that was going on. She did this and she'll say it. I did this because I had to do that. Our kids they feel like they friends experience stuff or they friends know more than what we know. And eventually they're going to realize, okay, mom was right about that, but they have to experience it to say, my parent was right about that.
So as parents, what can we do we can't do nothing to stop that?
No. It's like you tried weed, you tried alcohol. You tried the stuff. Okay, you already know what you like and what you don't like. They're going to go through that phase as well. Is theirs going to be worse than what we had to experience? Yeah, but they have to experience it. They have to. Hopefully we don't raise no dope heads or anything like that. But I'm just saying they're going to experience because look at these little kids now. They're
Wow.
younger than us. Yeah, they crazy.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. One thing about this parenting shit, what was with the kids now, it's different from our time.
Yeah.
And I don't say our time like we some old ass people. Our time is
I'm young.
I'm old as shit.
We had people out here that would tell you, bro, don't do that. Don't be doing this.
No, they're doing it because their friends are doing it.
But now it's different. You don't have no. First of all, you don't go see an old head out here.
The old heads is still serving the kids and everything like that. The old heads is putting the young boys on the corners and everything like that. Like you just
our youth now think that you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, we never been through that.
I ain't gonna go for that. Mm-hmm. You don't know what you're talking about. You ain't experienced that.
I'm gonna do it one time, feel what I'm gonna feel, and then be back to how I'm gonna be. But that's not all the time with whatever you're doing. And
in this era of parenting, because now all these kids is going through something mentally. They feel some type of way.
No, they're not. It's cool to say that. These kids ain't going through shit.
No, it's not.
It's cool to say that because everybody makes it cool to say that. Oh yeah, like you're allowed to do this or be that because you're going through something.
Tell you,
hold up. That's not what I'm saying. Though. Yeah. I'm not saying it's cool to do anything. I said this era of children. They are mentally off. Depression probably now is higher than probably would have ever been in life.
Yeah.
Were you sitting back? Now we talking about our age range. Were you sitting back? She was like 2 years over me. So my thing is, were you really sitting back, depressed, super depressed? No. Not a lot of people were super depressed.
No, but they had a job.
Now these kids kind of fucked up. Yeah. They kind of fucked up. They don't feel comfortable coming to their parents, and half their parents is young too, so they don't even. So they still don't think you good enough to say, "Hey, this is happening. Hey, this is going on." Because
it's a judgmental thing as well. Yeah. Like so a lot of people
not trying to judge. We're just trying to help guide. I'm trying to guide you.
And me working on the floor, I work in CHOP, like with the eating disorder. I seen it. Like I watched a disorder take over somebody's life. You see what I'm saying? I could see the difference in the child versus me talking to the person with the disorder.
Right.
So I'm just saying, like, I understand exactly what me working on that floor. My eyes is open more versus before.
Yeah. All right. Well, with that being said, I think we touched some very important topics.
Yeah. So what advice do you have to give, like, to anybody going through it or to stop somebody from even, taking...
I mean, I can't stop you, man. Like,
if you could just help one person, what would you say to help that one person?
Get help.
Mm-hmm.
It's that simple. Like, you can't do that. You can't do that shit. Like, I used to sit back and think about, like, how I'm gonna get out of this shit. Because I knew it was a problem, but I didn't know how to get out of it. Like, I didn't think about rehab because I wasn't willing to put my pride to the side at that time. Mm-hmm. But when I sat back and thought about everything that I was about to lose, it was like, I'm out.
Okay.
So,
but you can't do it by yourself. You need a support system and everything.
Definitely need a support system.
You need a support system. That's why a lot of people go back.
Yeah.
And have support.
So get help. If you notice that you are hurting, you feel like something wrong, get some help. But also, family. If you see somebody you love going through it, whether it's your friend, your family member, your girl, your dude, your husband, your wife, you gotta step in. You gotta help. You gotta help them. Mm-hmm. So, thank y'all for tuning in to Pryce in Da Booth
with DJ D-Rail.